Oh, you've done it now, Johnny.
Welcome to the Breakdown with Jay and Nell, where we'll discuss all of your NFL and NBA news.
Tap in if you want to get to the breakdown.
Welcome to the Breakdown with Jay and Nell. I'm Jay.
And I'm L.
And today is Friday, May 2nd.
May 2nd, y'all.
And L, how about you go ahead and, well, first, before we start, how's your week?
Man, my week was long. So long. Thank God it's Friday, y'all. Oh my gosh. I've been in dire need of Friday all week. Yes, sir. What about yourself, Jay?
My week was long as well, busy, tiring.
You didn't do nothing at work. Well, I just heard that. I heard you'll be doing nothing at work, though.
Hey, I'm also a parent, and that's very stressful. Now, you may or may not, but you'll learn one day.
You know what? Say less. Say less. You like, I'll learn.
But yeah, it was good though. Just spend time with family, work. Glad my daughter, she had a great first birthday last weekend, so grateful for that, to be able to experience that, and to be able to experience that as a first time parent, your child reaching one, that's a milestone. So yeah.
I'm glad you did it. I'm glad I was there to support you.
Yeah, appreciate your support.
And your little one. Alright, let's get to this real.
Alright, so go ahead and tell the audience what we're going to be talking about today.
Y'all, I know y'all don't believe us, but we're going to give y'all a recap of the draft. I know y'all think y'all know what y'all know, but y'all don't know. Y'all have no clue. And we're going to talk to y'all about the playoffs. The playoffs. I know you know what's going down with the playoffs. So, you know, as you can see, my illustrious co-host has this.
Mavs, baby. Luka, baby. Luka, you see that 77?
Attire on. I told him to take it off before we started this, but he was like, I got a red key.
You see the retro Mavs, you know.
Get that out of the camera.
Mention this, okay, yeah.
Don't nobody care about no Mavericks.
Mavericks fans do.
Y'all don't even care about them like that.
I do. I can't speak for everybody else.
You be getting angry anyway. Ooh, don't forget, you stomped away. I seen it. You stomped away. I forgot what game it was, but I seen you stomped away. Ooh, I'm gonna, ooh. I seen it. And, y'all, I tried to call this man one time when they lost.
Hey, we don't got time for that. Let's get into this draft recap.
We got time today.
Let's get into the draft recap.
We got time today.
No, we don't. No, we do not. We don't have time.
Let's just say your boy Jay, cry baby, where. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead, pull it out. Pull it out. Go ahead, pull it out. You want to go level? You want to go petty for petty? Pull it out. I know what you're going to say. Go.
I'm not going to do it. That's for another time. That's for another,
that's
for another show.
Say.
That's for another show. I'm not going to do it. I'm ready for this draft recap, man. This draft recap.
All right.
And these playoffs.
The only why you care is because y'all in it.
Okay, and it's my team, so I should care, right?
You know what? Say less. But now, y'all, we're going to get to this draft recap, y'all. The winners for me consist of the Bears, the Lions. I like that quarterback they got from Alabama. The Eagles. They definitely rebolstered their outside cornerback, which is what they needed. Because Big Slay getting up there Bradbury, trash, trash, horrible. I wouldn't even get him out the league. Who else? The Bears, both times again. Them getting Caleb Williams and Roman a
On Doomsday.
thank you, a doomsday. Like they got a really nice squad, and things about to change. Who else? Tennessee, who they got, which is pretty good. I think Minnesota grabbing J.J. McCarthy, which is good. He ain't too far from the house. He'll be a hop skip. He'll a stones to throw away from the house. So that's good. It's gonna be and I in the same division. Minnesota and Detroit.
Yes.
So he can go back to the crib anytime he wants, basically. So it's a win-win for him. Who you got, Jay?
All right. I agree with you on Chicago. I like that they got their quarterback, Caleb Williams. I like that. Now I like they also went and got him a weapon. They got Roma Dunze, which some draft gurus had him as the second best wideout in his class. So I'm glad to add to that wide receiver group. They already have Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. So he has a nice little trio to work with.
It is. I agree.
And next, I have Dallas Cowboys. I like the pickup of the two offensive linemen.
Y'all had no choice. Y'all ain't had no offensive linemen. So.
Dang, can you let me finish first?
Go ahead.
Man, he's rude, yo. All right. Tyler Guyton, 29th pick. We traded back with Detroit. We got Tyler Guyton. We picked up an extra third-round pick. With that third-round pick, we drafted Cooper Beebe, the interior guard for Kansas State. I'm sorry, Kansas State. So he has flexibility. He could play anywhere along the line. He could play the guards. He could play the tackles. The only position he hasn't played is center, but our offensive line coach and our front office feel like he has the ability to play center. So if we go try him out at center, he should be our starting center week 1 in the regular season. So I got to give them the Cowboys. They're winners. Next, I agree with L. I also had Detroit on my list. I like the pickup of Terrion Arnold. And the other cornerback that they drafted in the second round, Ennis Rakestraw Jr. They had secondary issues. That was their main issue with their defense. And they shored it up with those two picks. You already talked about the Lions. All right, I'll move on. Next, I have Kansas City, the Chiefs. The pickup with Xavier Worthy. They traded up with Buffalo to the 28th pick. Drafted Worthy. I like it. Speed demon. That's your Tyreek Hill replacement. He should replace Tyreek Hill on that offense. He should be able to do almost all the things Tyreek Hill has done with the Chiefs back in his time in Kansas City. So I like that pick. And then I like to pick up the offensive lineman, Kingsley Samata, in the second round. Show up that offensive line, protect your franchise quarterback and Patrick Mahomes. But what are your thoughts about the Chiefs draft?
It wasn't as necessary to draft Xavier Worthy. I get why they did it for speed purposes, but they didn't necessarily have to do that. They could have picked somebody else and still would have been good. Now, him going there is bananas because of how fast he is. But yeah, it didn't take much to get the public Patrick Mahomes. As long as you can catch and be open, you good.
Well, they need a receiver, so that's why I like the pick. And Xavier Worthy, he's one of the best receivers coming out of this class. Man, you can't teach speed, bro. How Andy Reid schemes up plays, bro. Oh man, Worthy, he go offensive rookie of the year candidate right there.
Dang, early already?
Yeah, I'm already going to put it out there.
Wow, y'all.
Chiefs fans, Chiefs Kingdom. You heard it from your boy Jay. Xavier Worthy, offensive player of the year. Offensive Rookie Player of the Year.
We're going to call that way too early projection because we ain't even, the offseason still is barely, hasn't even started yet? Has OTA started yet? No, not yet.
No. It's later down the line.
Way too early predictions. Super early. Like, crazy early.
All right, I have two more winners, and then we can move over to the losers. Next one I have is the Los Angeles Rams. I like the pickup of Jared Verse. They need an edge rusher. They lost Leonard Floyd and Aaron Donald. He retired. So they never have been able to replace Leonard Floyd. Aaron Donald, he just retired. But I like to pick up Verse. Then they went back in the second round and grabbed his teammate and Braden Fisk, the defensive tackle for Florida State. I like that pickup because he has insane pass rush from the middle of the field, middle of the defensive line. He's not going to be able to replace Aaron Donald totally, but it's a start. I mean, at least you got a young player that can develop. I like to pick up a Blake Corum, the running back from Michigan. They need a running back, so that's a great pickup. And then my last winner I have is the Philadelphia Eagles. Quinyon Mitchell, the cornerback from Toledo, they picked him up at 22 in the first round. Then they double dipped a defensive back and grabbed Cooper DeJean from Iowa. So they have two corners to add to their secondary. I know Darius Slay and Bradbury are getting up there in age, so they have some nice young corners that they can develop.
And lean on, if need be. We got these losers coming up for y'all. The first and obvious one gotta be Atlanta. I was on the internet a few weeks ago when they popped off, and I saw somebody like, well, they're doing it for the future. Smart yet dumb. Mainly because you still got Kirk Cousins and you paid this man so much money because you thought that he was a missing piece, but yet you drafted a quarterback. Make that make sense? Next, I'm going to say the Chargers. Why? Hey, who is he throwing the ball to? Is he going to pitch and catch to himself? Because he can't run routes and throw the ball. You can only do one or two things. Next, I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I know Jay said that they did a great job. Well, they did do a pretty decent job. But they didn't grab no running backs at all. They didn't grab no young running back. And there was a few that were out there. Probably still out there. But you bring back Zeke for what? He's lost so many steps. Then I gotta go with, I hate to say it, but the Raiders. How y'all gonna draft Brock Bowers, who I do like, but you don't have a quarterback? I mean, yeah, you got Gardner Minshew, but that man's old. And he ain't got that much left. And give Devontae Adams some help. Please and thank you. What you got, Jay?
All right. You have two of the teams that I mentioned as losers, but I'm gonna start off with my first loser. I'll start with the Buffalo Bills. I feel like they could have drafted a better receiver. I like Keon Coleman, the wide receiver from Florida State. They grabbed him at the top of the second round.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like you could have got Xavier Worthy at the 28th spot. Why would you trade back? Like, I know Kansas City, they offered to trade up, but you could have rejected the offer. You could have stayed pat and pick Worthy for yourselves. I feel like it would have been a good pickup. Or the other Texas receiver, Adonai Mitchell. I feel like there were better options out there in receiver. I like Keon Coleman, but there are definitely better options. And then they drafted a safety, Cole Bishop. I feel like they need more cornerback help. Well, no. They need safety help too because they lost Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they could do more to address their secondary and definitely wide receivers. So I have them as losers.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I have Atlanta Falcons. Why would you draft Michael Penix at 8? You could have grabbed you an edge rusher. You could have grabbed you another weapon to throw the football to. You could have grabbed the offensive lineman. You don't need a quarterback. You paid Kirk Cousins all that money. 4 years, $180 million. Why would you draft Michael Penix? That was dumb. Their second round pick was okay. They drafted Rook Orojo from Clemson, the defensive tackle. Pretty solid pick. I don't know issues there, but that quarterback, them drafting Michael Penix, that was a bad pick.
So I don't mean to cut you off, but the crazy thing is that the Raiders were actually looking at Michael Penix and were trying to go up for him, but Atlanta snagged him. So they were like, if Atlanta doesn't get him and he drops a little bit, we're gonna get him. But obviously that didn't occur. But they did get Brock Bowers, who was a solid tight end. I could take it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the Raiders would have been a better fit for Michael Penix, and they need a quarterback, as El mentioned. But on to my next loser, I have the Denver Broncos. Drafted Bo Nix at 12. I feel like if you wanted a quarterback that bad, you could have traded up and at least get you J.J. McCarthy. We all know Caleb Williams was off the board, Jaden Daniels, and Drake May. But you could have traded up to get J.J. McCarthy. I feel like he's the better quarterback between him and Bo Nix. So, did a horrible job there. So, they're losers.
You know what's crazy though? Is the fact that both of them played against NFL stars. Literally. Jaden Daniels threw a touchdown pass, I think it was a game winner if I'm not mistaken, to Brandon Ayuk when he was at Arizona State. And Bo Nix literally played against Justin Herbert in college. What does that say? That man's old. It says.
Definitely. They could have went with a younger prospect at QB. But
I would have.
but on to the Raiders. Like El mentioned, and I mentioned this in the last episode. Why would you draft Brock Bowers at tight end with the 13th pick when you already have a tight end on your roster and he's still young? You just drafted him last year. And Michael Mayer, the tight end from Notre Dame. I feel like you could have drafted a wide receiver, an edge rusher, a corner, linebacker, something else, but you don't need a tight end. A tight end that was a luxury pick. I like the pick of Jackson Powers Johnson to anchor that offensive line. They needed a center. So I like that pick. I have no issues with that, but issues with Brock Bowers. I feel like they could have did better. They could have picked someone else, a different position if need. Next, L's going to hate this one, but
I already hate it.
I had the San Francisco 49ers.
He doesn't like us for nothing, y'all, but go ahead.
Y'all drafted Ricky Parcell with the 31st overall pick. Dude's projected to be a third round or fourth rounder. Feel like that's a huge reach for y'all to get him in the first round.
Let it go.
Y'all would be better off drafting Adonai Mitchell, bro.
Man,
that's more acceptable.
I'm not gonna lie. So, speaking of my squad and those picks, so I saw on the draft board that they had best available. They had Brandon Rice, who is the son of Jerry Rice, and they had Frank Gore was still available, and neither one of them got picked up by us. And it really kind of irked me because it was like, come on, man, let's be honest. Draft the man you need to draft. But the crazy thing is, they did get a San Fran Legends kid. That was Terrell Owens' son. So, it wasn't as big of a win-win, but we'll take that.
All right. We'll get more into the 49ers later, but let me get back to the why y'all losers. I feel like y'all could have drafted a better wide receiver prospect. And if it turns out y'all don't trade Ayuk or Deebo Samuel, I feel like this would be a waste of a pick for y'all, especially if he doesn't see time on the field, which he probably won't because he has Deebo ahead of him, Ayuk ahead of him, and Jennings ahead of him. You got third receiver. So he's really your fourth or fifth receiver. And I feel like y'all could have did better. Y'all could have drafted a corner. I feel like that's more higher need for y'all as a corner. Mm-hmm. Or another safety to pair up with Hufanga.
Exactly.
That's why y'all losers. My last loser, Indianapolis Colts. They drafted Latu. From UCLA, the edge rusher. I feel like it was somebody else available on the board. Hold on, excuse me. I got to backtrack to my notes. Indianapolis. They could have drafted. They could have drafted Byron Murphy, the tackle from Texas, or they could have drafted Dallas Turner, the edge. For like he's better. Those are two better options right there.
I feel like he would have been. Dallas would have been a better suited. But no, because never mind. He's still playing. He still got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa.
I said the Colts.
Oh, I'm sick. I'm thinking the Chargers.
No, I'm talking about the Colts.
My bad. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about the Colts.
Yeah, never mind. Disregard that.
But those are better options. And then Latu, he's dealing with neck. He has a history with neck injuries. And I would have stayed far away from that. Like, having neck injuries going into the NFL where it's more brutal, it's more physical in the NFL level, I feel like you should have steered away from drafting him. And then the second round pick, I had no problems with it. I like Adonai Mitchell. They need another wide receiver. They could pair him up with Michael Pittman. They have Josh Downs and Alec Pierce. That's a nice receiving corps. But just because of Latu pick, it made some losers in my eyes. Those are my losers.
Next up, y'all, we got the best thing that y'all ever really heard.
Oh, wait. Before we move on to the playoffs, grade your team's draft. What would you give you? What
my
grade?
team?
Yeah,
my particular team?
Yeah, the 49ers. What would you grade?
I said B. Low B, high C. Because with the questionable things going on right now, we need some reserves. So it gives us kind of a cushion to fall back on.
Okay. For the Cowboys, I give them a B. I like the Tyler Guyton pick, and I like the Cooper Beebe pick. Those are my favorite picks. I know a lot of people like the defensive end we drafted from Western Michigan, Nealon, but I feel like we could have drafted defensive end later in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset because we did draft a running back, even though we signed Zeke, which I'm not a fan of. I'm sorry, Cowboys Nation. You gotta get mad at me all you want.
He ain't sorry.
You can at me all you want. We can sit down. We can have a nice conversation about Zeke, but I feel like his time passed him by as a starter running back. He's good as a backup.
Just get out the league, fam. Just retire.
He's good as a backup. I don't like him going back to the starter role. That was the whole point of us getting rid of him in the first place, cutting him last season because lack of production. He wasn't producing at the level he's supposed to as a starting running back in the NFL. He was averaging 3 yards a carry. 3 yards a carry. You want your running backs at least averaging 4 yards. If he's averaging 5 or 6 yards, that's great. But to be decent, give me 4 to 5 yards a carry. And he has a lot of mileage on him because how we used him in Dallas. You starting to see the wear and tear on his body. He doesn't have his explosiveness anymore. He doesn't have his speed anymore. So I don't like it at all. We're gonna see what Rico can do, and then see if they go feature Deuce Vaughn in the running game. But I gave him a B because we did draft a running back with none of our picks.
Speaking of Deuce Vaughn, y'all just trade the man and let him go. Send him to the practice squad. 'Cause he ain't getting on no field no time soon.
Yeah, they ain't gonna know how to use him. But that's here or there. We're gonna talk about rosters later. You know, we still have mini cap at training camp.
Yeah, we got months to go. Next up, y'all, we got the NBA playoffs. Are y'all ready for that? I'm sorry. We know y'all been watching it. My squad that I love is not in it, sadly. But we're going to be okay. And I got the Bucks versus the Pacers. Now, Jake had got on my behind earlier in the week. Was like, man, Damian Lillard ain't gonna do it. He ain't no big dog like that.
Well, I didn't say all of that.
He a medium little pup.
I didn't say all of that.
I was like, that man's a big dog. But when the game was on the line, he didn't really turn into a big dog. He's still a great player, but he kind of withered. And that score was nasty. That was very nasty. Was it 120 somebody to like 84, I think it was?
98.
98?
Yep.
That was bananas. And the crazy thing is, Tyler Halliburton, he wasn't even the lead scorer. It was Obi Toppin. That says
actually, it was T.J. McConnell. He had 29 points.
Thank you, sir.
You try to help you out, buddy.
Thank
I don't want Pacers fans coming at you.
They can come all they want to come, but I appreciate the correction. Now let's talk about yours.
All right. Yeah, the Pacers game, that was great. I agree with L. That was a great game. Excited for the next round with the Pacers. But I watched the New York Knicks versus the 76ers. That was a great game. Close one. Knicks won 118 to 115. Jalen Brunson had 41 points. That was a great game. Even though the Sixers, they won Game 5. But they could have pulled it out in this game, Game 6. Embiid, he got hurt during the second half of the game. But I like the fight from the New York Knicks. They play stellar defense. And their three-point shooting is impeccable with Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, and Jalen Brunson. But the Knicks, they're a hard, gritty team. They really embody the city of New York. A lot of people feel like New York people are hardcore. But a few plays that stood out to me during that game. I like the dunk by OG Anunoby with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They gave him a clear path to the rim. He went to the rim, clear path, and dunked it on Embiid.
Ooh.
He dunked it on Embiid. I like that. Then I like the clutch three-pointers by Jalen Brunson and DiVincenzo to really the Jalen Brunson three. The last one he made, that really was the dagger. But that dunk by Anunoby was just the cherry on top. And I'm excited for the New York Knicks and the Pacers matchup. We will get into that later. So, we're going to talk about these Friday games. You got, first up, you got the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Orlando Magic. Who do you have winning? Do you have
Cleveland's going to destroy them folks.
winning?
Cleveland is going to run all through them. Go ahead, go to the next round. It was a good season, Orlando. We'll let it go. It's always next year. It's always next year. I think with the core group of guys they got, Spider Mitchell, go off, fam. Just go off. Go turn into a big dog. Like, go off.
Yeah, I got Cleveland taking it home too. I had them winning. Donovan Mitchell, he's that dude. He scored 28 points in Game 5. They won. Cavs won 104 to 103. Darius Garland had 23 points. And what they're getting from Jarrett Allen at the center spot, oh, that's great. You want your center to get the tough rebounds. You want him to defend the paint, protect the rim. They have good bigs with Allen and Mobley. But I like the Cavaliers in this one.
I will say this. The Cavs are achieving great success that I don't think many people expected from them.
You just have to give them time to all gel and, play collectively,
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, this game I'm excited for, Game 6 here in Dallas, D-Town, Dallas Mavericks, MFLs, y'all stand up. This our time.
Or sit down.
This our time. Clippers versus Mavericks. Who you got?
I got the Mavericks. The Clippers did good this season, but the Mavericks should take it home, at home, and go ahead and get your players some rest. Y'all need it. Or y'all will need it.
Yeah, I was winning too. I like what I saw in the last game. That's how we should play moving forward. I know it's going to be tough to do because you're playing at such a fast pace, but that's when we play well. Is when Luka's attacking the basket, kicking the ball out to whoever's in that corner, and they shoot that corner three, or lobbing it up to Lively or Gafford for the oop, the oop, Lob City,
No, it's not Lob City.
I'm gonna rename us Lob City because that's all we seem to be doing. Just throwing up lobs. Kyrie throwing up lobs.
You can listen. I get you too excited, and I'm proud of you for being excited. You're supposed to be excited. All your Mavs fans supposed to be excited, but you're here. You can knock that down a few pegs, man. Because once I get out that second round, you're gonna be crying, and I'm gonna blow your phone up. So don't get it twisted.
Nah, I got the Mavericks winning tonight. I think we're gonna turn up for the city. I think it's gonna be another double digit win. Luka gonna put the league on notice. He deserved the MVP. You see, I'm rocking the Luka jersey today, y'all.
He's way too excited for them to lose.
Luka for MVP.
He's way too excited for him to get kicked out the second round.
Hey. We not on the second round right now. We on the first round still.
But I'm saying y'all gonna get kicked out the second round.
All right. That's for a later. That's for a later video. Don't give up. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
I'm putting them in there.
You gotta.
I already did that. I have no faith in the Mavericks.
He just hating y'all because Golden State didn't make the playoffs.
Get out.
But I think in order for us to be successful, basically try to replicate what we did the last game, with somebody stepping up. And Maxi Kleber, he stepped off the bench, 15 points. He made 70% of his 3-point shots. And he got Derek Lively with 12 points and 7 rebounds off the bench. You need at least a player or two off the bench to contribute. And you'll see the Mavericks win comfortably like how they did in Game 5.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to move over to the semifinals round because we have two matchups that are already set in stone. That's going to happen this weekend, and then going into next week.
Who we got?
All right, first up, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets.
Now, that is going to be a good series. You got Anthony Edwards, turning it up, being a big dog, going against Jokic. Now, is it going to be a 2-on-1 or is it going to be a 2-on-2? Because Rudy Gobert is trash. So we ain't worried about him. But is Cat going to show up? or is Jokic gonna dominate like all the Jokic can? But I definitely think that's gonna be a great series. It's gonna be a close one. I got the Nuggets winning it though. Overall,
All right, who you have winning the first game?
Nuggets.
Okay.
It's gonna be Nuggets, and then they're gonna go and tie it, and then they're gonna. It's gonna be a close series, but Nuggets gonna win it out though.
Okay. I like what you brought up about Rudy Gobert. I'm gonna talk about him in a minute. But this matchup, I feel like this would be the highly anticipated matchup, probably the best matchup in the semifinals round, because you have bigs that can challenge Jokic. The other teams that the Nuggets played, the Lakers, they didn't have any bigs to
They had nobody.
they had nobody to go with Jokic. You got two bigs and Cat and Rudy Gobert. And they could defend him differently. Cat can defend Jokic when he's out on the perimeter. And then Rudy Gobert could defend Jokic when he's in the paint. So I'm excited for those two matchups defensively. And this series was tied in the regular season 2-2. So I like to see who comes out on top in the best 4 out of 7. But the last meeting, the Nuggets won 116-107, and that was on April 10th. But I like the Timberwolves in this matchup. Anthony Edwards is on fire, bro. Like, Anthony Edwards is him, bro.
Yeah. He him.
Anthony,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, he really him.
Anthony Edwards is making a case to be the next face of the NBA, bro.
Yes, he is. Pretty soon, his shoes gonna sell out. If they ain't already, they're gonna sell out.
I like Anthony Edwards. They have nice defenders on Denver, but I don't think nobody could check him, bro, like consistently, you know?
Yeah, it's gonna be, like I said, he is the missing piece that they needed. And that's why I say it's gonna be a good series, because it's 2-on-1. You got Jokic and Murray versus Anthony Edwards. Because, I mean, Cat gonna do something, but let's be honest, Cat ain't gonna do what he's supposed to do. He's not gonna dominate like he should. Like how in the first round it was the Anthony Edwards show. It should be the Cat and Rudy show, but it's gonna be the Anthony Edwards show. Watch.
Yeah, I got the Timberwolves. I'm gonna say it's gonna go to 7. I got the Timberwolves in 7. But speaking of Jokic, and speaking of Gobert, do you believe Cat and Gobert can slow down Jokic?
They have to. But yeah, if they not double team him, but if they play how you were saying, with Cat on the outside when he go out and Rudy on the inside, it'll work. But yeah, that's a tall order.
Yeah.
You still got Michael Porter Jr. who can come through. You still got Aaron Gordon. So it ain't like it's just some scrubs playing with Jokic.
Well, I'd rather have one of them beat me than Jokic, you know.
I mean, yeah, and you still got Jamal Murray, so you still gotta you gotta kind of pick your poison more or less.
Yeah. I think he can. Like I mentioned earlier, if they follow their defensive assignments, like you can't have Gobert out on the perimeter trying to guard Jokic, because Jokic is just gonna take that all day long. Like Gobert, he can't defend on the perimeter. He's an inside defender.
We already know that.
He's a rim protector. I like Cat because Cat, he's agile, semi-quick. He can keep up with Jokic, you know, challenge him. I feel like he'll do a better job defensively out on the perimeter. But I think if they do it collectively, like I just mentioned, I think they can slow down Jokic.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
All right, lastly, who's the better duo and who would you rather have? Would you rather have Ant and Cat or Jokic and Murray?
Ooh, and I like Jokic and Murray. I like all four of them, really. You are no good. But give me.
Yeah, I got you there. You wasn't ready for that
I
one.
wasn't. Give me. Ooh. Can I go with both?
Nope, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick
Give
one.
me. Give me Jokic. Just proven. He done been through it before.
Man, I wanna I wanna pick Ant and Cat so bad, but I'm gonna throw with Jokic and Murray, like you said. They got experience with playing with each other for a good time. They been successful. They won a championship together. So I gotta go. I gotta go with Jokic and Murray, but I see how Ant and Cat perform in this series,
Mm-hmm.
and I may change my answer by the end of the series. But right now, I'm gonna take Jokic and Murray.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah. What's that next year? Who else we got out there, bro?
All right, on May 6th, Monday, we got Indiana Pacers versus New York Knicks.
I'm gonna go with Indiana. I know Jalen Brunson is a beast and Vincenzo and all of them are great, but I think it's Indiana's time right now. Indiana kind of got a point to prove, and yeah, they got a point to prove.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Knicks. I feel like they're a better team, and they've been through a lot. Like just in general, like the franchise been through a lot, and they finally got to a moment they want to be getting to, and it's a deep playoff run, and getting in the playoffs, winning their first playoff series in a long time. I think since
Patrick, right? Since Patrick Ewing?
I want to say Patrick Ewing or back when Carmelo was playing for him. I can't remember, but I had that for y'all later. But they've been on this for a long time. Jalen Brunson is a star. Kind of say he's not here in Dallas anymore, but he wouldn't be where he is today if he would have remained in Dallas.
I think
he's a star because he's on the New York Knicks and they needed a star.
I think if he would have stayed in Dallas, he'd have been Luka's Batman. I mean, Luka's Robin, his Batman.
He basically was, bro. But I saw glimpses. Like when he was playing with us, I was like, this dude plays hard. He plays tough. He has heart. I was like, if he could put it all together, he could become a star. And he's becoming a star right before our very eyes.
Congrats.
We're back to the Knicks. They won the regular season series 2-1. I'm sorry. The Pacers won the season series 2-1 in the regular season series.
Mm-hmm.
The Pacers, they won the last meeting 125-111 back in February 10th.
Mm-hmm.
And congrats to the Pacers on winning their first playoff series since 2014.
And that's saying something, right? That's been ages since the last one. I'm glad that they came through and won. I mean, I'm glad they won, but I'm mad because I was like, I wanted Milwaukee to win. But, congrats nonetheless. Indiana turned up right now.
Yeah, but I got the Knicks in 6. I think it'll go to 6 games. I think just how collectively they're playing together, and a lot of people may not know this. I know we do, but did you know Jalen Brunson was college teammates with Josh Hart and DiVincenzo back in Villanova?
Yeah, I found that I found that out like a while back, and I thought, man, that was crazy, and it's cool, because you don't really get a chance to play with your college teammates like that. Like you may see them, but to actually like be a teammate with them and play with them again, it hit different.
Yeah, I like those 3 guys because they had the chemistry. They played together for all those years back in college, so that chemistry was already there. And I like the addition of Anunoby, 3-and-D wing, and I like the toughness from their center, Havenstein. But I feel like with their guard play, Jalen Brunson and Anunoby on the wing, I feel like they have a little bit more to give than the Pacers. Now, I like the Pacers' bigs, Pascal Siakam and Miles Turner. Now, if those 2 turn up, then maybe the Pacers have a shot at winning the series. But they'll need massive effort from those 2 guys. But I got the Knicks in 6. And this gonna be the last for the Knicks, and it's gonna be the last for the show. So, who would you rather have as your point guard to build around for your team? Jalen Brunson or Tyrese Halliburton?
Tyrese Halliburton. He's more of a pass first point guard instead of a score first. He gonna get his buckets. Don't get it twisted, but he definitely is more of a pass first point guard. I like him. He seems more fun and laid back.
Okay. It's a tough one. I did this one to myself.
It's okay.
I like both players, but
Go ahead, go with your boy Jalen.
I gotta go with Brunson, bro. The Brunson he just locked in, like he just on another level right now, bro. He averaged 35 plus points 4 straight games.
Oh damn!
Right in the postseason. That's crazy. He surpassed Patrick Ewing as a Knick, bro. And that stat.
And last time.
Yeah. So, and I think he surpassed Carmelo too. But
Oh damn!
I'd rather have Jalen Brunson. It's just something about him, bro. It's just what I love about him. It's just he's humble and he plays a lot of heart, and when the team needs him, he puts the team on his back. He carries them, and I like that, bro.
Got you. I like that. I can dig it. I can dig it.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the potential last 2 matchups in the playoffs because we want to be here to talk about these playoff matchups because it's gonna happen during the week and we're gonna be at work. So just for hypothetical purposes, we both picked the Cavaliers to beat the Magic. They'll go on in the next round to face the Boston Celtics. Who do you like in that series?
Cleveland. Boston ain't really about that life like that. I think they put too much pressure on themselves, and they kind of like the big dogs from last season. They still kind of got like that big dog status, but they gotta perform. And I think with the youth that Cleveland has, they're gonna beat that experience. They're gonna run, and I would run the ball at the gym.
Yeah, I agree with you. I gotta go with Boston too. Boston is more experienced. They've been here before, and they deep. They're a deep team. They have a lot of depth. They have a lot of shooters. They have size, and I don't think Cleveland can match up with that. He has 2 superstars, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I think they'll be fine. I got Boston in 6. Then the last series we're gonna talk about is OKC and Dallas Mavericks. Who you got?
Okay, see. Y'all ain't got nothing to handle chat. Lively's good. Don't get me wrong. Lively's good. But you ain't got nothing that's gonna stop that man.
Okay.
Him or Shay.
I'm glad you said that. We're gonna make a believer out of him. Y'all, we're gonna make a believer out of Ill. He gonna believe in the Mavs one day. But I got
won't be this series or the next.
I got the Mavs. In 6. Now piggyback what he said about Chet Holmgren. The last time we played OKC, Gafford and Lively, they held Chet in check. They held him in check. And if it was me, if I was Jason Kidd, I'll start Lively over Gafford. Because Lively is more quicker between the 2 bigs. He's more agile. Mm-hmm. He's more athletic than Gafford. Mm-hmm. And I think he'll be able to
keep up with him.
Keep up with Chet, yeah, be able to limit him. And then his rim protection is off the charts. Like he could block that ball. He's 7-footer, probably like a 7'3" something wingspan, something like that. I feel like he'll be able to he'll hold Chet in check, bro. I think that would be a good matchup. But both of them combined, I think they could do a good effort on them. But I'll start Lively over Gafford for this series. And then Luka and Shea, that's gonna be a battle. But I got Luka. Like Luka's just
Bigger and stronger.
yeah, but he's bigger, stronger. He locked in right now. He feel disrespected because I'm pretty sure he hears the noise about him not getting MVP. We'll see who wins MVP once this is all over with. But I feel like he feels disrespected that some of these people are not putting him in the MVP conversation, and he should be in the conversation. He averaged almost near a triple double this season. He's been averaging 35 points this season, so that's his highest in his career. And I just think the Mavs, like this Mavs team, they're locked in. Like we have some depth too. We got some guys that can shoot and defend too. We got Derrick Jones and PJ Washington's and Tim Hardaway when he comes back, and all our people are like Tim Hardaway. But when Tim Hardaway is cooking, he's cooking. So, I like our chances against OKC. And OKC is the youngest team in the league, and this is their first taste of the playoffs in a long time. I think since 2014, back during the Kevin Durant days.
Yeah, so they got plenty of time to grow and get better. Even if they lose to the Mavericks, that shouldn't be like bad. It should be I bet we gonna come out harder.
But Mavs in 6, y'all. Is there anything else you wanted to share with the audience before we go?
Mavs in 6 as well. I think y'all gonna beat them sadly.
Hold on, wait. So my little breakdown right there persuaded you to change your mind to pick the Mavericks.
Yeah. But even if y'all don't, just know you got kicked out. So it's all good. We want to thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support. Continue liking, subscribing, and keep pushing us forward, man. We got fire content coming. We're coming with heat. We love y'all. Thank y'all for your support. If y'all got any questions, hit us up on our Twitter, our Instagram, and our Facebook pages. We thank y'all for everything that y'all do for us, and what we do for y'all.
All right. Yep. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love and support. Continue to follow us on our social media accounts. Make sure you watch our videos. Tune in. We got videos every Saturday for you guys. We're going to keep you guys updated with the playoffs as well. So look out on our social media accounts. And this is great. We're having a great time with y'all. Y'all are a great audience. And y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. And we love y'all.